right, welcome to True Talk with Ella. We are creating safe space to hear from incredible women about their journey in marriage, the real unflattered experience beyond the wedding day. And joining me is Mrs.
Messina Junior.
and
Mrs. Jane of someone.
finally Mrs. Zainab Onue. Wow, they are strong, beautiful women who are not just wives, but also mothers, professionals, entrepreneurs, and leaders in their own right. Thank you for being here, man.
You're welcome.
Let's begin with honest. Before marriage, what did you imagine life and what has the reality taught you? The question is actually for everyone.
Question of, let's say, expectation when it comes to marriage. What's how you want it to be, how beautiful you want it to be. And every page, you just imagine it that while the courtship is on, you imagine it that it will be like this. It cannot change. It's me and him forever. One thing I want to point out is the love is still there. It's not usually the way
It used to
we
be.
craft it in our head.
Yes.
For the meantime, it will be just you and him with the love and everything, the pampering, Then after some months, probably 9 months, but not for everybody. Some 1 year, some it takes years. Then we begin to get to know who you are married to. When you are still courting, you find out that a lot of people, not just the opposite sex, my gender too, people pretend a lot. You get people pretend a lot too. You can never really tell about who you are getting married to. But the attitude you see while you are courting, you assume that is what it will be. But most times it's not like that. You get it's not like that. And once this attitude begins to
Unravel.
yes. Sometimes as a woman, you will want to like, are you sure he's the one? You know? Is this the same person I was dating all these years? And sometimes we have our own way, we have different ways of reacting to attitudes thrown at us. Some will cry, "Oh, this is not the person I was dating. This is no, I can't, And the reality of marriage is beyond, far beyond
No, I do.
what we usually think while courting.
Wow. Thank you very much, ma'am. Mrs. Jane Osama. You've been nodding your head. And Miss Zainab has been smiling. What do you have to tell us about the marriage and the reality?
Honestly speaking, initially when you're in a relationship that is leading into marriage, you would think it's all rosy. You would think the friendship you share at that moment is what you're going to see in the marriage. The love, the attention, the truthfulness, the everything. That is what presently, that is what you think. By the time I get married to this person, definitely whatever he is showing me now will continue in the marriage. But the reverse is the case in the sense that once you're married, you're faced with the reality. We are, why courting somebody can decide to be hiding his or her feelings. maybe something that must have annoyed the person. For the sake of that relationship, they might not want to be open to address it at that moment because of fear of losing that partner. But in reality, when you are already in the marriage, that is when you see the true character of the person,
You're involved.
the ups and downs. You will see it. In fact, no room for hiding. The person will be blunt to whatever he or she is doing because they are now in it together. So it is at that point you have to draw the line whether am I still going back to relationship status or the real marriage? Am I ready to face it? So at that point, you have to go back and tell yourself, I am in it together with you. Therefore, you have to find a place or you have to find how we can solve out our differences amicably in order to make our marriage work. So in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say that it is not all rosy. Though in friendship level, it is rosy because whatever you want at that point can be given to you. But once you are in the marriage, the reality comes up with you that it is no longer what I used to see in relationship. That is what is being given out to me in marriage.
Wow, thank you very much, Ms. Zainab.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate this great opportunity given to me. Wow. In marriage, or when I use myself as an example, as I was growing up, I said, should I just be like a reverend sister that will not marry, as in, so that I'll just know that I'll not have husband, no children, let me just focus. Because growing up, neighbors or in church or in society you belong to, you'll be hearing one thing or the other concerning my husband this, my children this. I say, God, I just want to serve you. But to God be the glory, I keep on praying, as in, God, bring a man to me that will be my partner. Especially as I grew up in a Muslim home. I said, God, when I now change back to Christian, I said, God, please bring someone to me that will be my life partner. I don't want to move from here, move from here, move from here. And truly, God brought the person. Just like what my wonderful sisters have said, it's not all that is guilt that is good. It's not all what you expect when cutting that really happened after the marriage. You can ask as a young child or an adult growing, you ask God that out of these 10 character I want for a man, please God, if he has 8, 9 is okay. But mostly what I pray for is God give me a man that is God fearing. If you have a man that is God fearing, even though after cutting, after the during the wedding or after the marriage or you have settled down, once he has God fearing, once a fearing man that has God fear in his heart, no matter how at last it's changing, he can still look back and say, wow, let me still come back to my normality. So I might have my own bad side that my husband now might not know when we're cutting, even him, but reality is reality. It has come to pass, it has come to pass. We are in, we are in. You can't go back. That's why you see in marriage you hold on, you pray. It's not something you go in. If it's school, if you don't like the school, you can change. But once you're in the marriage, you cannot change. The only thing is that you will work, you adjust. Because this one is coming. I came from a home that have different training background. He came from a home that have different background. So now different character is being made. And these ones are two adults that is facing that to even change the character at that minute is hard. So it's just a patient, something regular, something that you have to work on so that thing can be blend. Nobody can boast that yes, in my marriage I have 100 over 100, 50 over 50. No. It's just that by the grace of God we are moving and we are moving and we are better than some people. So before cutting and after cutting and marriage, we can still work and things will get better.
On the brighter side, what brings you the most joy in your marriage?
My children.
Wow. How many are they?
Yeah, by the grace of God, My marriage has been blessed with four beautiful children, two boys and two girls.
Wow. Miss Osama, you're
Like she's in my mind.
Okay, and let's hear from you, Miss Osama.
Okay, my children as well.
These women,
Yes,
my
I have
children.
four amazing children, and they are the reason why when I look at them, I am kind of fulfilled that God
Sense of consolation.
has given me the privilege of being the custodian of His precious gift. So I'm overwhelmed with joy. They make my marriage easy in the sense that I just amidst the challenges that might be there. When I look at them, I have them to cater for and I have them to train. I am blessed because so many people wanted this great opportunity, but they are yet to have it. So they are my source of joy for now.
Miss Zainab, you have something different from what you said.
Okay, I think I have, but a bit.
Okay, so tell us.
Okay, I think my own is my husband first. Then, because I believe without him, those children would have come up. Because it would be like maybe if him is being interviewed and he will not say, okay, who do you prefer? Or this, will say maybe my children, my children. But I think it's him first.
You think? Which
As
means
in,
you're
no,
not sure.
no, I'm very sure him first.
Okay.
Why I say him first is I know the changes that he has brought to me, which is salvation. Without him, I wouldn't have been where I am now
Wow.
spiritually.
Hallelujah.
Then my children, because as in God has blessed me with three, two boys and a girl, and honestly, I'm very, very, very happy. And why I still say him is that honestly, like now, he's been away for his study. Once he's away like this, I used to find it very hectic. Because if he's around, he will help me with
Wow. Marriage is beautiful, but it comes with challenges. Can we talk about some of the silent battles wives go through? Miss Zainab.
okay. It's okay. Okay, me again. I'll just my two sisters to talk. Maybe I can even say, okay, let me add to their point. No, it's okay. Well, like me, I'll still use myself as an example. I'm the type that it's not that I'm lousy, but I'm the type that I'm always talking. I want you to, as in, yes, listen, as in, I don't know. I make funny things. But you see, my husband is the opposite of me. Sometimes if I'm disturbing him, he will say, "Boy, I'm coming, I'm going to restroom." I say, "Come out." He now say, "No, I want to go and rest there." So now you have come, I've come, and I say, "Oh, I want," as in, I wasn't expecting this in marriage. I was thinking the way I am, that's how your husband, yes, will be. But sometimes you just be talking, you'll be looking at you. And me, that thing is to piss me off. If I'm talking, just add or say, just use, once I start and he's just looking at me and I say, "Oh, you see me," I'll just pack up. I'll not even talk to him. I'll be silent. So there are little challenges like that that I say, "Whoa, this is how marriage." But I don't have options. I have to adapt. So that just it.
Miss Ejire, let's hear from you, please. Okay, what she's thinking, Miss Osama.
Okay.
Guys, it's
Okay.
it's not always rosy, like she said. Definitely, there will be challenges, silent battles, because the partner in question, we are not related in any way. Marriage brought us together, and along the line, even if you are that kind of a perfect person, perfect attitude, the partner's attitude can cause you to change. Your own attitude as well can cause your partner to change. So that's silent battle.
So you tell one or two you face personally. she already told us that she talks, but her husband doesn't like listening, or sometimes he's tired. Do you understand? We get that, and that gets to her bone marrow. Can you just pinpoint one or two silent battles you face?
Like my own case. Wow, this is deep.
All right, Miss Osama.
Okay. In my own case, I like orderliness, and I also like to be informed before you do. I don't like surprises. Mm-mm. So you can imagine a situation whereby somebody comes home and Tara, this is what I got for you, this is this. No, I like having an opinion over what you want to do. Assuming you want to build a house, I want to know what kind of house you, because I have my own contribution to make. So I don't like being my this can be taken for granted. I like having a say
In everything.
in what the, yeah, that is why we are that's why marriage is a partnership. That is why we are in it together. This is what I want to do. I like you to hear my own opinion. I don't like this sideline being assuming that what you like is what I like. Assuming you like green, I might like black. The other thing is privacy. I like privacy in the sense that I'm not this kind of person that likes my partner being all over me. Mm-mm. Yes,
Wow.
I like having my own privacy. Once in a while, allow me to be myself, study myself, think out things, you know. But if you're always over me, this and that, I get choked up.
Wow.
Then other limits. I don't like being in a scattered environment. Things should be kept in their proper place. But you see, with the coming of children, you can't even ascertain that in your house. Unless you have a nanny or a cleaner who does that, my dear. If you as a married woman, you want to be keeping your house tidy like the way you envisage it or the way you know it should be as a teenager or as a spinster, it's not really obtainable. It will weigh you down. So these are the challenges I have personally. I can no longer keep my house the way I want it to be kept. So, but there is nothing you can do about it because you're already in the marriage partnership with that man and you already have children. So the only thing you have to do is to accommodate whatever situation you find, you manage it with a view that one day when they are grown, that standard of orderliness you want in your house will be achieved.
Wow. Thank you very much. On the brighter side, what brings you the most joy in your marriage?
My children.
Wow. How many are they?
Yeah, by the grace of God, my marriage has been blessed with 4 beautiful children, 2 boys and 2 girls.
Wow. Miss Osama, you're
Like
smart.
she's in my mind.
Okay, and let's hear from you, Miss Osama.
Okay, my children as well.
These women,
Yes,
my
I have
children.
4 amazing children, and they are the reason why when I look at them, I am kind of fulfilled that God
Source of consolation.
has given me the privilege of being the custodian of His precious gift. So I'm overwhelmed with joy. They make my marriage easy in the sense that I just amidst the challenges that might be there, when I look at them, I have them to cater for and I have them to train. I am blessed because so many people wanted this great opportunity, but they are yet to have it. So they are my source of joy for now.
You say now, do you have something different from what you said?
Okay, I think I have, but a bit.
Okay, so tell us.
Okay, I think my own is my husband first. Then, because I believe without him, those children would have come up. Because it would be like maybe if him is being interviewed and he will ask, okay, who do you prefer? Or this will say maybe my children, my children. But I think it's him first.
You think? Which
As
means
in
you're
no,
not sure.
no, I'm very sure him first.
Okay.
Why I say him first is I know the changes that he has brought to me, which is salvation. Without him, I wouldn't have been where I am now.
Wow. Hallelujah.
Then my children, because as in God has blessed me with three, two boys and a girl. And honestly, I'm very, very, very happy. And why I still say him is that honestly, like now, he's been away for his study. Once he's away like this, I used to find it very hectic. Because if he's around, he will help me with many things, many, many, many things. The ideas we shared, that even though I cannot share with the children because they are little, he will help me out. So him first, then my children.
Wow. Okay. Aside the family, the children, the husband, is there anything that you derive joy at doing?
My business.
Oh shit, Africa.
There is nothing like a woman with her own money.
Oh shit.
Okay?
That one suits me.
Yes. You know, that joy you get when your phone makes that sound. Ta-da! Like, you know, most times early morning. And then you don't even know where the money is coming from, but definitely from a customer. And you open WhatsApp and you see that transaction receipts and all that. So my hustle
Hmm.
gives me so much joy.
Joy.
Yes.
Okay, could you in few seconds run us through what you do?
Vendor.
Oh
Yes,
shit.
I sell fabrics of all kinds,
The-
women fabrics, luxury, laces, and all that.
Wow. Mr. Summer.
It is whenever I am discharging my duty as the Minajinari Divine Mercy leader, Divine Mercy devotion. Divine Mercy devotion is a devotion where we invoke the mercy of God. So it's a privilege being elected as their leader. So and we always meet at 3 p.m. So whenever we are at that hour, we call it is hour of mercy, where we invoke the mercy of God. You know, on Good Friday when his side was pierced with a lance by a soldier, say blood and water gushed forth. So it is that mercy of God, that blood and water that gushed forth from the side, that is what cleanses us. And that is where he said, that is where my unfathomable mercy for the whole mankind. That is where he said, the more I grant that mercy to woman, it is inexhaustible. So you can't even exhaust that mercy of God. So I derive joy whenever we gather, either as a group or even as an individual, when I invoke the mercy of God. It is that mercy that has kept me, that has kept my family, that has kept even our devotion going. So that is where I derive my second joy. Aside my mini hustle, that is being a seamstress. Like the gown I'm wearing now, I made it myself. So
Wow.
when I'm on top of that my machine sewing, I derive joy because I know I'm not going to patronize any other person. I'm doing it by myself with my hands, my intellect, everything is at work. So by the time I'm done with the clothes and I'm putting it on, maybe I'll invite one of my kids to help me snap it. Seeing myself wearing what I make also gives me joy.
Wow, that's awesome. You say now.
Okay. Apart from my husband, my children, what gives me joy is when I'm together with children outside my house.
As an educator.
In short, in church, in school, I love teaching.
Mm.
Teaching children most especially. Once I'm with them, joy overflows, honestly. So if I'm with them, I derive my joy. Then apart from that, also I'm into pottery. Once I see those birds growing, and once I hear one customer, just like what my sister was saying, customer pick and I hear ting ting, ting ting, like that. Wow, it's treating me because as a woman, no matter how rich your husband is, you must
Have
be
your own
you must
money.
have your own money to have your respect, and as in having your own money is very good because no matter how much they give us, they give,
It's not enough.
it's not enough.
It's never
It's
enough.
never enough.
Nothing is too
It's
small.
nothing to small. So once you have your own, honestly, you'll be free. You can go to market and you see what you love. So once I receive that ting, I'm already calculating. I'll save some parts, then I'll use some parts for myself and my family. So I love being with children.
Wow, thank you very much for being so honest. If a young single woman is watching this right now, what advice would you give her about preparing for marriage? Miss Zainab?
Okay. Wow, just like what I've said from the beginning. I was kind of scared. Will I make it? Will I make it? So being a young lady, don't be scared. Because number one, if you are scared, once you enter it, you might be shaking. Be bold. Have confidence. Because even though you are scared and say you are not going to be married, I want to be single, no. By the time you are crossing 30, your heart, see your friends getting married, you will not be comfortable. So one thing is that if you can write 10 things you want from a man, and what I've said from beginning is that the first thing is how his spiritual level is, fear of God. Then other things can come up. Don't ever choose a man that because he's rich and you forget about the other part, which is the major priority, the fear of God. Once a man have fear of God, other things can come up. Then after writing these 10 things you want from a man, if the man that you later see have 9, have 8, have 7, have 6, it's still okay. But once it's below 5, the 10 characters, he has 1, 2, 3, 4. You know that 5, you know that you cannot manage, but at least from 6 upwards, you can. So just go for it. No, none of your friends will ever deceive you and say, if you see, my husband is after taking garri, they'll put toothpick in their mouth. That's what just finish eating chicken and this.
Fake life.
No, fake life. No. As a young lady, make up your mind and pray for the right person to come. Once he comes, go in. Like we here, we are enjoying our marriage because the new characters we will find ourselves with our spouse, we are trying to adapt and things are working out. So just go in and by God's grace, God will favor you. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Thank you very much, Miss Osama.
Okay. My own advice or that I would give to a spinster or even a bachelor who wants to be married, first of all, try to have a basic education. Because if you are not enlightened before talking about marriage, there are some challenges you won't be able to solve. Because whether you like it or not, there are challenges in marriage. But by the time you are a bit educated, whether you stop at O level or BSc level, with the education you've acquired in your university or in your secondary school days, you'll be able to know how to figure out any situation that arises in your marriage. Then another thing, even before, after the education, have what are your qualities? In fact, have a major though there are several qualities you can want in a man, but have a major one that you're looking at, your number one priority. Maybe you said God fearing and one other thing, because you can't remove God fearing should be the number one. Because if you are not looking for a man who is God fearing, who will he listen to in times of crisis? It is only God who can help you out when you have crisis. So if that man is not God fearing, believe you me, what wouldn't have scattered the marriage will scatter that man, because he is not ready to pray to God. So let him be God fearing. Then if it is humble, humility, God fearing and humility, depending on this external feature doesn't really matter, because I've seen a man who is short and at the end of the day his children are tall. So look at the spiritual aspect of him first, then one major character that you can hold on to that make you stay in that marriage.
The young ones out there, marriage is not for children. It involves a whole lot. It's what it's beyond the reality of what we think before going into it. And As young ones preparing for marriage or you're into courtship, try and take notes of red flags in your partner because you never can tell. It's better it doesn't even work out at all than for you to enter into trouble. You get, watch out for those things that you might not be comfortable with. Because whether you like it or not, and you enter into marriage, problems will come. No marriage is perfect. Definitely, problems will come. And then, for the young ladies out there, so many women have made mistakes before going into marriage that they wish they can correct. But then it's not too late. You know, don't ever go into marriage without having anything doing as a woman that will help you contribute your own quota to the family. Nothing is too small. Either you are working, salary earner, or handwork, anything. The Bible says that whatever it is that your hand findeth to do it with all thy might. So never go into marriage without doing anything. Because along the line, definitely you will be seen as a liability. It will not always be perfect like the way it used to be before you get into marriage. And despite of all the things we have seen and heard about marriages and all that, bad marriages and all that. But one thing is sure, there are still good homes. The way you make your bed is the way you lie on it. Prepare for it very well, and God will help you. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Let's end with this. In one word, Miss Blessing, describe what marriage has taught you as a woman.
Patience.
Thank you. Miss Osoma,
Contentment.
wow. Miss Zainab,
Endurance.
amazing. Wow. Today has shown us that marriage is both a blessing and responsibility. One that requires love, wisdom, and balance. Thank you, Queens, for your openness. And thank you to all our audience, our viewers, for joining this powerful conversation. Before we wrap up, I want us to say something concerning the gym, the wares, the office space, the markets, the malls. You know, oftentimes, I don't know your opinion about it. People say you are dressed, you are addressed the way you are dressed. And sometimes some persons say women now dress up to attract men. What's your opinion?
I don't believe that because yeah, the way you dress is the way you are going to dress. You might dress up thinking that looking so skimpy and all that, going out, you might end up not attracting anyone. The way people see or reason these days is different. Okay.
How about you, Mr. Summer?
I can only say you dress according to what you can afford.
Hmm,
You don't need to impress anybody.
exactly.
Your value will speak for you. There are people who look beyond the clothes. Even you're putting something that is from Bendan Select. When they look at your personality, they know what you're capable of doing. So dress according to the level you can afford. You don't need to impress anybody. Unless your workplace demands it. Maybe assuming you're working in a bank, then you should dress according to the banking environment. So dress according to what you can afford.
Miss Zainab.
Okay. Just like what one of my staff said, that we should be contented. In short, dress what you can afford, honestly.
You're repeating what she
That
has
is
said.
it. Just do what you can afford. Don't, some people will say they are wear lace, 100,000, you are looking up to that. No. what you can afford, what pleases you. And once you are okay with that, you dress what you can afford, you'll be okay. Once you go out to your presentation, everything is okay. And don't borrow. Be contented. Don't borrow. I'm going to one wedding, let me just go to my neighbor's house and borrow so that I'll look big, I'll borrow car, I'll look big. No, no. Be contented. And that is just it.
Okay, so what do we have to say about the gym?
About what?
The gym. Going out,
Exercise.
going out for exercise. I know of some persons that do road work. They don't really register at a gym, but then every morning they go on road work. Do we still have people who still go out to certain places just to attract men? Mr. Summer.
From okay, I'm not into gym,
Okay.
but from what I've seen in the social media, you know, you don't believe everything out there. But I heard people go out there to attract other people's husband. But in a nutshell, if you're going to the gym, you know the reason why you're going there, whether as a married man or as a married woman or even as a single lady or as a bachelor. Whatever is your purpose of going there should be actualized. It is not because you want to go and attract other person. Once you're there and you're focused, you will notice whatever is happening around you. That is my own. If you're going to the gym to exercise, focus on the exercise you're going there to do. Whatever side attraction you're seeing there, if you're focused, it won't attract you. That's it.
Miss Blessing.
I'm not a gym person. You know, the first time I ever went to a gym center to make inquiries was then I added up so much and I wanted to lose weight. And I called my husband and said, "Oh, I'm at one gym center at youth center." He said, "No, go back home." You know, he never gave me any reason, but like, you know, he ordered that I should go back home. He said, search the internet, you will see some of these things. You can do it in the sitting room. You don't have to go to any gym. He said, do you know the kind of things that go on there? He didn't go deep. So let's go back home. Go back. And I obeyed. I went back. I said, you can still do this. Search your phone and do these things by yourself. So
The gym is a terrible place.
I don't know. But I'm not a gym person.
Miss Zainab.
Okay. Okay, just like what you have said, I'm not a gym person because already you can see.
It's nothing but
There's not- I even want the gym to help me when I add weight. I want to add weight. So just like what they've said, it's true, honest, I'll be hearing. Some men are there to just watch out to catch. And some ladies enjoy going there because they too they want to catch. The way they dress,
What are they
they are catching men. The men are catching the women because sometimes the equipment that are even there, by the time you raise it up, you shoot up, your bottom line, everything is showing. So this kind of one. But if you know that though gym helps, because I know a woman that was extra life now, but she's slim. This woman, she doesn't wear makeup, no earring. But now if you see her, you know maybe now they are catching her, I don't know. But honestly, the gym helps. It's helped to reduce and you get what you want. And some that you see on roadside jogging, maybe they face the reality of life in the gym. So it's better let me be on my own. Let me be on the road. No drive, no distraction, no side attractions like that. But it's good anyway because even the doctors have said it's exercise and other one, but we should not catch the man. The men should not catch us. So it's okay.
True Talk with Ella, first edition, and our second edition is coming up on Saturday, 4 p.m. Stay tuned. Peace be you. No pretense, right? Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.